Hi all, welcome to the next video. This is the second problem with the conversion of MEALEY to more machine. So this is the given question, that is the MEALEY machine is given to you. You have to convert it to the more machine. So how will the more machine look like? It will have the states and output associated together. Okay, so this is the starting state of a MEALEY machine. So we are going to construct the more machine now. So start with the starting state. So this is the starting state, that is Q1. Okay, Q1 on receiving input A, it is producing an output 1. Okay, so on receiving input A, it is producing an output 1. Okay, so now after getting second input, that is B, it is moving on to Q3. Here you can see after getting B is moving on to Q3, which is producing an output 1. Okay, so now Q3 and it is producing an output 1. The input is B. Okay, now Q3 on accepting A, it is moving to Q2. It is moving to Q2 and it is producing an output 1. Okay. Now Q3 on accepting B, it is producing an output 2 and it is moving to Q3 itself. But what is the output here? Output is 1. So you cannot map it to this node. So you have to make an extension to the Q3 node or Q3 state. So make it as Q3B and say the output is 2. Okay, so on receiving input B, it is moving to the extension, that is Q3B, because the output is 1 here, so you cannot map it to this state. So you are making an extension of this state and you are naming it as Q3B and you are associating the output 2 to it. Okay, so now Q3 we have finished input A and input B. So moving on to the next state, Q2, we'll see what will happen when it is accepting A and B. Okay, so when it is accepting A, it is moving to Q2 itself, but the output is 2. Here what is the output? It is 1. So what you have to do, you have to make a new state. Okay, so new state Q2 A, okay, which is producing an output 2. Okay, so this happens when it is accepting the input A. And Q2 on accepting B, it moves to Q1 and it is producing the output 1. So already the output is 1 here, so there is no issues. You can make it as B and it is producing the output 1. Okay, now the thing to be considered is you have two new states created, 1 and 2. So now you have to see what are all the inputs it will take and what will be the transition for that particular state when it is accepting that input. Okay, so for this you should consider the inputs which are taken by Q2 and Q3 because they are the two nodes which is having the two new nodes created to it or two new states created to it. Okay, and the inputs accepted by Q2 is QA and B. Okay, so the same inputs you have to do it for this new node also, Q2A also. Okay, so Q2 on accepting A, it is moving to Q2 itself, output is 2. Okay, so Q2 on accepting A, it is moving to Q2 itself and the output is 2. Okay, and on accepting B, it is moving to Q1 and it is producing an output of 1. Accepting B, it is producing an output of 1 and it is moving to Q1. Okay, now coming to the new state Q3B. So Q3B, how many inputs it is taking? Q3 is taking A and B. So Q3B will also take A and B. Okay, so now Q3 on taking A as input, it will go to Q2 and the output will be 1. Okay, so On taking A as input, it will go to Q2 and it will produce an output 1. Q3 on taking B as input, it will move on to the same state, that is Q3 itself. So here also Q3, it will say it will take B as input and it will move to Q3 only and it will produce the output as 2. Okay. Next step is to write the transition table, mode transition table. So for this, first write down the states here. So what are all the states including the new states found? It should be written here. That is Q1, Q2, Q3, and what are the new state found? Q2A and Q3B. Okay, so this is going to be the state, and this is current state, and this is the next state. And upon input A and upon input B, what is the next state it is moving to? Q1 on A, it is moving to Q1 itself. Q1 on A, it is moving to Q1 itself. On B, it is moving to Q3. Q2, and what is the output associated to this state Q1? It is 1. And Q2 on receiving input A, it is moving to Q2A. Okay, so it is Q2A. And on receiving input B, it is moving to Q1. What is the output associated to the state? It is 1. Q3 on receiving input A, it is moving to Q2. Q3 on receiving input B, it is moving to Q3B. What is the input associated with it? Output associated with it? It is 1. Q2, now moving to Q2A. Q2A on receiving A, it is moving to itself, that is Q2A. On B, it is moving to Q1, so it is Q1. And what is the output associated to it? It is 2. Q3B on getting input A, it is moving to Q2. On getting input B, it is moving to Q3 itself, Q3B itself. So Q3B. So what is the output associated to that? It is 2. So this is the transition table for more machine.